Morning guys, the time is about 5:15 in the morning. We are currently in the middle of the Iraqi marshlands. We stayed in a little local reed house, which is pretty cool, and we had the famous Iraqi dish of masgouf. But all I could think about, because obviously it was fish, all I could think about was that famous day, that famous night in Afghanistan. But hopefully, I think I'm okay, I think I'm alright. We met some locals, then had the pleasure of having another arm wrestle. It seems that everywhere I go I'm just having arm wrestles with Iraqis. Had an arm wrestle with the grandfather of the Marsh Arabs, Abu Haider, which we'll meet later. But now we're going to jump on a boat, go through the Iraqi marshlands and watch sunrise. Then we're going to have breakfast at another local's home out in the marshlands. So yes, let's grab a boat and check out the famous sunrise in the marshlands of Iraq. Guys, welcome to the coldest place in Iraq. I didn't expect, I didn't know he was lying down. I knew he was cold, but didn't think he was lying down. That's our guide for today, Ahmed. Yeah, I suppose he's not used to this weather, considering he's from Iraq, and it should be about 35 degrees today. But anyway, it's about, I don't know, it's about probably 6 o'clock or something. The sunrise is just happening to my left. We're on our way to one of the reed houses with the families. We're going to have breakfast there, chill out, eat some local food, and yeah, just enjoy the nature and wildlife. Not usually my thing, but when it's something like this, like the marshlands in Iraq are precious, you know, as I'll maybe explain to you later. So anyway, let's take the trip. I think it's going to be another 10-15 minutes. We're going to try and stay warm and trying to see who it is. Yes, and then we're going to venture off into the east and go through the reeds. So enjoy. Enjoy your sleep?
I wasn't sleeping.
I know. Salam.
شلونك؟ شلونك؟
Salam. Salam.
شلونك زين؟
Hello. This is
ما ربعي راحوا لا ربعي راحوا يفر وانا كان عودة في
so this is the farm and the house. This little one can't get up. So here we are. We arrived at one of the local reed houses. We are, I think it's a farm as well. There's chickens and buffaloes and cows. So we're going to enjoy some breakfast here, probably meet the farmer and his family, and yeah, just chill out. Look at this. I'm pretty lucky with the weather considering what it was like yesterday. So Ahmed,
Yes.
what do we have?
This is buffalo, what do you call it? Cheese? Buffalo
The cheese, yes. We're gonna get
cream.
this.
Called gamer. And this is dead molasses and sesame seed oil.
This here?
Yep.
So how do you do it?
It's
Just
a mixture. You can just mix it or you can just like...
so a bit of the cream first.
Yeah? You can try it by itself and you can mix it also.
And then, oh shit, right, let's take a wee bit of that away. Here we go.
Huh? Who doesn't want sugar in their tea?
Yeah, sweet.
Sweet, yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit? هذا شكر قليل.
Breakfast in the marshlands.
خليه يشوف هو بعد يريد شو اسمه يطلع مرة ثانية مطلق نام.
حبيبي
Habibi, let me introduce you to my father. Tell him my father. This is a guy I arm wrestled, the famous Marsh Arab. Thank you very much. Thank you. He's always joking around this one, always joking around. Very good. Hey. Salam. Salam.
سلم عليها هيك سلم
Salam.
لا مو شكل دوره
Well, breakfast is finished, and now we're heading. I don't know, where are we heading? To the other side, eh? Right, guys. Release us. Release us. Come on, push. Push. Come on. Push. Come on. Yay! What a place. These design of the houses have not changed in about 2,000 years. Incredible. Assalamu alaikum. So let's go around the other side. I think we're going to go for a little trip, see some water buffaloes, some nice landscape, and what a place. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam? No? So as we're making our way through the marshes, I'll tell you the history between the Marsh Arabs and Saddam Hussein. So after the Second Gulf War of Iran and Iraq, many of the rebels who were not either captured or killed by Saddam made their way down to the marshes to hide. And many of the other Marsh Arabs as well was involved in the resistance. So what Saddam couldn't get, he couldn't control. And for any tyrant, that's the worst case scenario. He couldn't control these people, he couldn't get to them. The only thing left for him to do was to cut off the water, and that's what he done. So he cut off the water in the early 90s and left it dry for a number of years, completely leaving this place dry as a bone. You could have driven a car through here and it completely killed the ecosystem. Animals, plants, everything was just left to die. And also that left 250,000, a lot of them innocent, 250,000 of the people who used to call this place home had to leave. They had to leave their homes, they had to leave their farmland and go into the bigger cities where they couldn't use the same skills. That's what a tyrant does. When a tyrant, he'll do anything for control, anything to maintain that control. And if it means killing an ecosystem, one of only 2 of the marshlands, I think one of the biggest marshlands in the world, then so be it. And then now after, I think maybe 10, 13 years, our driver here, Abdu Hadar, he actually left for 13 years. He left in early 90s, I think maybe 1990 or 1991, and came back only in 2003 at the start of the invasion. He then was able to set up his farm again, and but unfortunately had to start from scratch. But he lost those 13 years of his life as he moved to Baghdad. So quite a sad story, but that's why although Iraq and its people are better off without Saddam, they certainly suffered a lot during his reign and certainly during the war itself. But the marshes are back, the water is back, and the ecosystem seems to be in full flow, which is good to see. Ahmed is very, very cold. Ahmed, I'll have to take you to Ireland. I'll take you to Ireland. I will take you to Ireland, eh?
Okay, you have whiskey there. I don't have
Okay,
it
here.
right now.
Oh yeah, you can warm up, eh? You drink alcohol?
What? I just recording? No, I don't.
Alcohol not allowed in Islam. But you know, I know plenty of Christians who aren't by the book. Margaret? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. There they are. Assalamu alaikum. The famous water buffalo of the Iraqi marshlands. Incredible. Doesn't give an absolute flying fuck about us. Tell you what, that man is a man of many talents.
Yes.
He can sing, he can arm wrestle.
Jack of all seven.
He can make me laugh. We can't arm wrestle actually. But
Jack of all seven.
yep, jack of all. Is that what you say? Jack of all seven?
Yeah.
So that means it's good at a lot of things.
Everything. So probably a woman will agree with you.
Ah, there we go. So that's another thing he's good at. Okay, let's have a look. So obviously the level of the water used to be. The last few years, been very little rain. God, that is relaxing. Are they swimming or walking?
Walking.
All right, so that's the depth. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a few more too.
You won't drown here.
Oh,
if you want to swim,
if I want to swim,
it's not too late.
I'd rather not swim around a bunch of water buffalo floaters. Salam alaikum. These water buffalo, who owns them? Farmers?
People who lives in here, you know, around, and they know each other. Sometimes they put henna on their head so they know the colors.
Oh, on the buffalo?
Yes.
Oh, so if they walk a mile or 2 miles away, how do you get them back?
They go search for them, but they know, like, they stay with the herd, and sometimes, like, they know their places. You know?
Ah, okay,
Like,
okay.
I swear, sometimes, like, even some farmers, they grow up with the buffalo, they talk to them. Like, they have, like, their own language, not like stuff. Like
The buffalo knows their area as well.
Yes.
Interesting. Sometimes I think animals are fucking stupid. Well, most of them are. Most humans are stupid, I think.
So they come back, I confirm. They come back by themselves.
Oh, they do come back?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. So they know where home is. There you go. Out of the way, boys. Look at the fucking size of them. That was cool, too.
Close, yes. You got that?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah. God, I didn't fancy swimming back. So this would have been used whenever the marshes were dry.
Yes.
As a checkpoint.
Street. And
So this was a road.
Yes, and this was the checkpoint from Saddam's time after he drained the marshes.
During the 90s.
Yes.
And this was just for any of the Marsh Arabs or rebels or whoever didn't leave the marshlands, they would have to go through this checkpoint, and that's another way how you can control them.
Of course, it was all dried and people were displaced, just like Abu Haider told you.
Yeah.
A lot of them were displaced and going to either another like river, or some people went to the city to work as farmers.
So he literally, well, poor use of word, he literally flushed them out. It's a bit of a strange, so many fucking bad stories, but yet the place is just, it is stunning. Kind of reminds me of Botswana in a way, where you get the reeds, water, and the animals. This is another house?
Yes, people live here. You see they have a dog.
Yeah.
And they keep, their buffaloes are out. They're normally out in the morning, you know?
Yeah, oh, they release the buffaloes and bring them back in?
Yes, and normally they will come back in. But if there was like someone lost or something, they go search for it.
Right, that's the level of accommodation they have here. It's not great. It's a strange place because the level of accommodation, the people are so nice, but yet it always is the way with countries like this. People who have the least seem to be the most content, and I find that the more places I travel. I'm guessing definitely no shower, probably no toilet, probably a hole in the ground. Just one building like this. This is where they would sleep, this is where they would cook and eat, everyone in the same room. So if your mum and dad are making more babies, welcome back. Welcome back. Shukran, Habibi. That was pretty good.
Why do you like it?
Yeah, I did like it. Worth it. Strange to think that there was no water there 30 years ago. And now I think this is the morning second call to prayer.